The place where Israel camped during their journey. Here are the places where the Israelites camped during their journey. When they camped out of Egypt, they marched in groups like an army. Moses and Aaron led them. The Lord commanded Moses to record their journey. Here are the places where they camped. The Israelites started out from Ramses on the 5th day of the first month. It was the day after the Passover feast. They marched out, bowed in plain sight of all the Egyptians. The Egyptians were burying all their oldest sons. The Lord had struck them down. He had done it when he punished their gods. The Israelites left Ramses and camped at Sukkot. They left Sukkot and camped at Etam. Etam was on the edge of the desert. They left Etam and turned back to Pi-hahiroth. It was east of Baal-Zephon. They camped near Migdol. They left Pi-hahiroth. Then they passed through the Red Sea into the desert. They traveled for 3 days in the desert of Etam. Then they camped at Marah. They left Marah and went Arim. 12 springs and 70 palm trees were there, so they camped at Arim. They left Arim and camped by the Red Sea. They left the Red Sea and camped into the desert of Sin. They left the desert of Sin and camped at Dovka. They left Dovka and camped at Alush. They left Alush and camped at Rephidim. But there was no water there for the people to drink. They left Rephidim and camped in the desert of Sinai. They left the desert of Sinai and camped at Kibroth Hattava. They left Kibroth Hattava and camped at Hazeroth. They left Hazeroth and camped at Ritama. They left Ritama and camped at Rimon Perez. They left Rimon Perez and camped at Ribna. They left Ribna and camped at Risha. They left Risha and camped at Kehelahata. They left Kehelata and camped at Mount Shepar. They left Mount Shepar and camped at Harada. They left Harada and camped at Makelath. They left Makelath and camped at Tahath. They left Tahath and camped at Terah. They left Terah and camped at Mithkah. They left Mithkah and camped at Hashimona. They left Hashimona and camped at Mosharrath. They left Mosharrath and camped at Bin Jakan. They left Bin Jakan and camped at Hor Higdad-gad. They left Hor Higdad-gad and camped at Jotbatha. They left Jotbatha and camped at Abrana. They left Abrana and camped at Jijon-Geber. They left Jijon-Geber and camped at Kadesh. Kadesh was in the desert of Zin. They left Kadesh and camped at Mount Hor. It was on the border of Edom. Aaron the priest went on Mount Hor when the Lord commanded him to. That's where he died. It happened on the first day of the 5th month. It was the 40th year after the Israelites came out of Egypt. Aaron was 123 years old when he died on Mount Hor. The Canaanite king of Arad lived in the Negev desert in Canaan. He heard that the Israelites were coming. They left Mount Hor and camped at Jarmona. They left Jarmona and camped at Punon. They left Punon and camped at Obath. They left Obath and camped at Lilel Abraim. It was on the border of Moab. They left Ile Abarim and camped at Dibongat. They left Dibongat and camped at Almon Diblatime. They left Almon Diblatime and camped in the mount of Abarim near Nebo. They left the mount of Abarim and camped on plains of Moab. That area was by the Jordan River across from Jericho. They camped there along the Jordan River from Beth Jeshimath to Abel Shittim. On the plains of Moab, the Lord spoke to Moses. He spoke to him by the Jordan River across from Jericho. The Lord said, "Speak to the Israelites. Tell them, go cross the Jordan River into Canaan. Drive out all those living in the land. The statues of their gods are made out of stone and metal. Destroy all those statues and destroy all the high places where they are worshipped. Take the land as your own. Make your homes in it. I have given it to you. Cast lots when you divided up the land. Do it based on the number of people in each tribe and family. Give a larger share to a larger group, and give a smaller group a smaller share. The share they receive by casting lots will belong to them. Give out the shares based on the number of people in Israel's tribes. But suppose you don't drive out the people living in the land, then those you allow to remain there will become like needles in your eyes. They will become like thorns in your sides. They will give you trouble in the land where you will live. Then I will do to you what I plan to do to them." Israel arrives at the border of the Canaan. The Lord said to Moses, "Give the Israelites the command. Tell them, you're going to enter Canaan. The land will be given to you as your own. Here are the borders it must have. Your southern border will include part of the desert of Zin. It will be along the border of Edom. Your southern border will start in the east from the southern end of the Dead Sea. It will cross south of Scorpion Pass. it will continue on to Jin. From there, it will go south of Kadesh Barnea. Then it will go to Bajar Adar and over to Azmon. There it will turn and join the Wadi of Egypt. It will come to an end at the Mediterranean Sea. Your western border will be the coast of the Mediterranean Sea. That will be your border on the west. For your northern border, run a line from the Mediterranean Sea to Mount Hor. Continue it from Mount Hor to Lebo Hamath. Then the border will go to Jabdad. It will continue to Gibron. It will come to an end at Hajar Enan. That will be your border on the north. For your eastern border, run a line from Hajar Enan to Shepam. The border will go down from Shepam to Ribla. Ribla is on the east side of Ain. From there, the border will continue along the slopes east of the Sea of Galilee. Then the border will go down along the Jordan River. It will come to an end at the Dead Sea. There will be your land, and those will be its borders on every side. Moses gave the Israelites a command. It said, cast lots when you divided up the land. Each tribe will have its own share. The Lord has ordered it to be given to the 9.5 tribes. The families of the tribes of Reuben and Gad have already received their shares. The families of half of the tribe of Manasseh have also received their share. Those 2.5 tribes have received their shares east of the Jordan River. It flows near Jericho. The land is toward the sunrise. The Lord spoke to Moses. He said, here are the names of the men who will give out the shares of the land to your people. They are Eleazar the priest and Joshua the son of Nun. Also appoint one leader from each of the 9.5 tribes. They will help you give out the land. Here are their names. Caleb the son of Jephunneh is from the tribe of Judah. Shemuel the son of Ammihud from the tribe of Simon. Elidad the son of Kishlon from the tribe of Benjamin. Buki the son of Jogli is the leader of the tribe of Dan. Haniel the son of Epad is the leader from the tribe of Manasseh. Manasseh was the son of Joseph. Camuel the son of Hiptan is the leader from the tribe of Ephraim. Ephraim was the son of Joseph. Elijapan the son of Pernak is the leader from the tribe of Zebulun. Paltiel, the son of John, is the leader from the tribe of Issachar. Abihud, the son of Selomi, is the leader from the tribe of Asher. Pedahel, the son of Ammihud, is the leader from the tribe of Naphtali. These are the men of the Lord commanded to give out the share of the land. They were commanded to give them to Israel in the land of Canaan. Numbers 35. The Levites received their towns. On the plains of Moab, the Lord spoke to Moses. It was by the Jordan River crossed from Jericho. The Lord said, command the Israelites to give the Levites towns to live in. The towns must come from the shares of land the people will have as their own. Also give the Levites the grassland around the towns. Then the Levites will have towns to live in. They will also have grassland for their cattle and all their other livestock. The grassland around each town you give them will go out to 1,500 feet from the town wall. Outside each town, the east side will measure 3,000 feet. So will the south side, the west side, and the north side. The town must be in the center, and the Levites will own the grasslands around each town. Cities to run for safety. 6 of the towns you give the Levites will be cities to go to for safety. A person who has killed someone can run to one of them. Also give the Levites 42 other towns. You must give the Levites a total of 48 towns. Also give them the grassland around those towns. The towns you give the Levites must come from the land the Israelites have as their own. So the number you give from each tribe will depend on the size of the tribe's share. Take many towns from a tribe that has many towns, but take only a few towns from a tribe that has only a few. Then the Lord said to Moses, speak to Israel to tell them, you will soon go across the Jordan River. You will enter Canaan. When you do, choose the cities to go to for safety. People who have killed someone by accident can run to one of those cities. There will be places of safety for them. People will save there from those who want to kill them. Then anyone charged with murder will not die before their case has been brought to the community court. 6 towns will be the cities you can go to for safety. 3 will be east of the Jordan River. The other 3 will be in Canaan. Those 6 towns will be places where the Israelites can go for safety. Outsiders living in Israel can also go to them for safety. So, anyone who has killed another person by accident can run there. Suppose a person uses an iron object to hit and kill someone, then the person is a murderer and must be put to death. Or suppose a person is holding a stone that could kill, and they use it to hit and kill someone, then that person is the murderer and must be put to death. Or suppose a person is holding a wooden object that could kill, and they use it to hit and kill someone, then the person is a murderer and must be put to death. The dead person's nearest male relative must kill the murderer. When he meets up with him, he must kill the murderer. What if a person makes evil plans against someone else? And what if that person pushes them so that they die? Or what if that person threw something at them so that they die? Or what if the person hits another person with the first fist so that the other dies? Then the person who does any of those things must be put to death. The person is the murderer. The dead person's nearest male relatives must kill the murderer. When he meets up with him, he must kill the murderer. But what if a person suddenly pushes someone else without being angry? Or what if that person threw something at someone else without meaning to? Or what if the person does not see the other person and drops a stone on them that kills them? Was not the dead person's enemy. He did not mean to harm them. Then the court must decide between the person who did the act and nearest male relative of the one who was killed. Here are the rules the court must follow. The court must provide a safe place for the person accused of murder. We must keep the one accused of murder safe from those who want to kill them. The court must send the accused person back to the city they ran to for safety. The accused person must stay there until the high priest dies. The priest has been anointed with holy oil. But suppose the accused person goes outside the city, and suppose the dead person's nearest male relative finds them outside the city, then the relatives can kill the accused person. The relatives will not be guilty of murder. The accused person must stay in that city until the high priest dies. Only then may they return home. This is what the law requires of you for all time to come. It applies to you no matter where you live. Suppose a person kills someone, then that person must be put to death as a murderer. But do it only when there are witnesses who can tell what happened. Do not put anyone to death if only one witness tells what happened. Do not accept payment for a murderer's life. A murderer deserves to die. They must certainly be put to death. Do not accept payment for anyone who has run to a city for safety. Do not let them buy their freedom to return home. They must not go back and live on their own land before the high priest dies. Do not pollute the land where you are. Murder polluted the land. Only one thing can pay to remove the pollution in the land. where murder has been committed, the blood of the one who spilled another's blood must be spilled. So do not make the land where you live unclean, because I live there too. I, the Lord, living among the Israelites. Numbers 36. The probably Zelophehad's daughters will receive. The head of the family of Gilead came to Moses. Gilead was the son of Machir. The family head were from the tribe of Manasseh. So they were in the family line of Joseph. They spoke to Moses in front of the leaders of the families of Israel. They said, the Lord commanded you to give shares of the land to the Israelites. He told you to cast lots when you do it. At that time, the Lord ordered you to give our brother Zelophehad share to his daughters. Suppose they marry men from other tribes in Israel, then their share will be taken away from our family's land. It will be added to the land of the tribes they marry into. So part of share given to us will be taken away. The year of Jubilee for the Israelites will come. Then their share will be added to the land of the tribe they marry into. Their land will be taken away from the share given to our tribe. Then the Lord gave a command to Moses. He told Moses to give an order to the Israelites. Moses said, what the tribe in the family line of Joseph is saying is right. Here is what the Lord commands for Zelophehad's daughters. They can marry anyone they want, but they have to marry someone in their own family tribe. Probably in Israel must not pass from one tribe to another. Everyone in Israel must keep their family's share of their tribe's land. Suppose a daughter in any tribe of Israel received land from their parents, then she must marry someone in her father's family and tribe. In that way, every family's share will remain in its family line in Israel. Probably can't pass from one tribe to another. Each tribe of Israel must keep the land it receives. So Zelophehad's daughters did just as the Lord commanded Moses. The name of the daughter were Mahlah, Tirjah, Hoglah, Milgah, and Noah. All of them married their cousins on their father's side. They married men in the family line of Manasseh, the son of Joseph. So the land they received remained in their in their father's family and tribe. These are the commands and rulers of Lord gave through Moses. He gave them to the Israelites on the plains of Moab. They were by the Jordan River across from Jericho